Oh, hi Jones. Hey, I'm glad you're there. Oh, I've got rain on my lens. Harewood Hillclimb. Yeah, I've got 3 tickets, I'm here. Let's have a quick look around. Right, okay.
Oh yes, I saw the email. Sorry, the email. He posted on Facebook yesterday.
That's the village just come up the track. So this chap. Get a quick look around the pits. The X220 there, there's the 350Z, Caterham 7. Yeah, there's quite a good number of Porsches, or Porsche fans. We'll go down here.
Right, of course, Mike West, John McQuillan from Team Valley Motorsport. I was talking to Johnny Toon this morning. Everyone wishing you the best.
Next bunch going down.
The other day and spent 5 hours with him having a good old
Yomi, I think you've got the 30.
He's our Love Island man. He has got the biggest smile in the paddock. He's always immaculately turned out, isn't he? And beautiful trendy hair. So, of course, he's the girl's favourite, is he? Oh, gosh, yes. And I said to him last time I saw him, I said, you want to get that, start selling the caps and that. Club Noogie, merchandise, 10 quid, sign the caps, right? And extra 5 so it's not helpful. Well, no, we love him to bits, and you can get well soon, mate. Yeah, absolutely. I want to see you back at least spectating.
Naomi, you need to get at his eye level.
Still
Can't see you. Yeah, we walk to
we're
his eye
getting
level.
customers coming down though, Steve, aren't we? We've got a right collection of things, some bobs, Porsches, Alpines. That's back to the start of the program. You don't mind class structure, class A1 and A2. A1 and A2. We're getting this global view on the live stream of Great Britain. We're zooming into the continental country. And you can see that line. Okay, we're not lying.
Get it back.
Right, just have a quick look up here, and then we'll go see if we can catch some of them coming back up.
Forward please. Class H 769. Class I 772, 777, 778, 779, 780. Class J1 788. Class C1 39 and 40. C2 42 to 45. C3 48 through to 51. C4 55 to 59. Class F 62 and 63. Class A1 716. Batch 2. It's got it in your car to ensure you're race ready when the marshals call you forward, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a quick look around the pits. We'll just come up. Right, okay. See if we can get a shot and see the stuff coming up. Gonna do it in between showers. Yep, missing me time. Man's are here, look. Oh, mint. Absolutely chucking mint. Hillman. Not entirely sure. It looks cool.
Very rapid Lotus Elise driver, holds class records around various hills. He always drives really hard. He's caught up an awful lot of time already. He's heading around now into Quarry now, into the finish. Gets successful round to the second. 86.99 Bob Penrose. We now pick up Simon Howell, car number 17. Equally in class 8 time. So the weather's still slowing cars down. Peter Herbert, meanwhile, in another 911.
Whoa, I love this car. You know that? I was chatting to him this morning. I said, look after my car, please. But look at this beautiful classic 911, isn't it? He drives the car here, drives it home, drives it all over the place to where it's all gone.
Jamie Hunt is used to go take it over to European Roadblock. 74.7 Peter Herbert. We now have Tim Elmer in the winking and flashing Alpine 810. This is one of the new Alpine. Class at the moment. So what can Tony Adams do in the Porsche Cayman?
Yeah, well, this is, I think, quite a new car to Tony to work. I think he had a Lotus Exige before. So he got this Porsche, and he's going to get a bit used to it because it's PK automatic gearbox. 36. I'll just take this one because so we get some notes and things. He's from Shepherd's Bush, he's an accountant, and he's got this rather spectacular Porsche. This is a Taylor G4 RS. Beresford from London. Chris Beresford from London. He's a creator of Hillclimbing.org, by the way. He's just come back from Chris Beresford. He said he's going to enjoy himself this weekend, which he's certainly doing.
I've got John Pick in the AMS Mutaya. This is the Impreza four-wheel drive running gear. Cornish kit car built from a 1993 W100s with Ben Hamer. This is Morgan's dad in the OMS 28. This runs the BMW motorbike engine. Well indeed. Ben over the finish 61.54.
I think they were the quickest in practice yesterday.
Yes, they were very quick. Scott racing now in the Empire 00, again Suzuki powered. And we'll see his wife Emma in the car a little bit later. Scott charging up the top. And Scott through the finish 62.98. On the live feed at the moment, we've got Stephen Morgan in car with the Empire Evo 3, and on track Tim Thompson in the OMS 28. Tim, Mr. Harewood at one stage, he was always here. We haven't seen him locally for a while. In the OMS 28 with the Suzuki Orchard. And Tim Thompson through the finish, 67.97. Stephen Morgan towards the farm buildings. He's on an intermediate or wet tyre. I think that might be a wet. Well, Quarry over the finish, 66.52. Only good enough for third in the class at the moment.
Right, we now have Richard Weaver, Tom Weaver, the Weavers here in force as usual. Lizzie Weaver's here as well, driving the Formula Ford. But anyway, here comes Richard. This immaculate little Empire is the everyone a headache. He's a brilliant young driver from Ludlow, where they're all based. He finishes with a 64.29.
Now we've got Paul Harris in the 1985 Van Diemen RF. The initials of the original constructor of Van Diemen's. And Paul, third in class in the British Hillclimb Cup with this little car. We're chatting to Harris.
But this is actually Grandad Harris, and he was really like that.
Really?
But when you meet him, oh my goodness, he's like a 20-year-old. He's unbelievable. He's discovered this secret of eternal youth. Fantastic.
Right, okay. That must be the waters in Harewood. Right, we're back to here we go, Class C1 with Martin Rutter in this rather nice looking Fiat X19. And I'm sure this used to have a Periscopio.
It did.
Heading into the final corner at Quarry, and over the finish in 83.17.
Right, now we've got Eric Murray in this rather fabulous little imp. Now this is rather special because it's got a little 1 litre engine, but it's got a turbocharger in it, so it actually is pushing out about 170 brake horsepower. 4.5-ish, he calls it. And I don't think he's going to be beating that just at the minute, but it's a well-sorted imp.
He's just done a 73.84. His PB is a 64.52.
Right, there you go.
Just for the record.
Well, that's good. Spot on.
John Mackenzie, meanwhile, in this Mark 1 Ford Lotus Cortina, although it isn't a Lotus Cortina in terms of the twin cam engine. And John Mackenzie heading to the top of the hill, our Scottish Pin-Top Challenge, and through the finish 77.91. That takes him into the lead of Class C2 for the time being. Amy Jenkins comes into view now in the MX-5. Amy Jenkins, meanwhile, bringing the car. 78.85. slots her into second place. Stuart Reed, meanwhile, in the 2:05, already heading up towards Quarry. Over the finish, 69.37, takes him into the lead by quite a considerable amount. What can Jock Ramsey do now? 69.37 is the time to beat. Jock was quick off the start line, but only setting individual better times as he heads up the hill. He may be dropping behind Stuart Reed. Second run for Jock, and he's through the finish. 72.83 goes into second place in the class on the hill at the moment. Peter House in this lovely Jaguar E-Type Series 1. Wasn't here yesterday practicing, had 2 practice runs this morning as a result. So can he, it's his first visit here with this car, and he's through the finish with a 77.20, which actually takes him into the lead of the class. Looking out now for Hayden Spedding in the Drophead E-Type. Hayden been campaigning this car for decades. Currently lying third in class in the British Hillclimb Cup competition. With this car, and heading towards the top through the finish. 74.26 goes into the lead. Jonathan Williamson on the hill now with the Porsche 911 Carrera. Left-hand drive, of course. And Jonathan been campaigning this car for many years. Co-driver Wardle. Over the finishing line in a 71.01 goes into the lead. Paul Howells now on the hill with the Porsche 911 RSR. He's second in class in the British Hillclimb Cup, second behind Jonathan Williamson. So can Paul gather some more points on this run? He needs to beat 71, and he's not going to be first. It's 74.2. He ties with Hayden Spedding for second place. Stephen Moore now into Farmhouse Bend in the Mitsubishi Evo 6. Stephen, currently class leader in C4. He's through the finish. 69.54 goes into the lead. Heading towards Farmhouse, Donald McCaskill in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5. First visit to Harewood for Donald with this particular car. Charging up towards the top of the hill. I think he's going to do that with a little bit in hand. It's a 68.67 for Donald. Richard Hampstead on the hill at the moment in the Impreza into Orchard. Meanwhile, on the live feed, we've got Steve Darley in car, showing him heading towards Country Corner. Richard Hampstead, meanwhile, heading into Farmhouse with the Subaru Impreza. He's third in class in the British Hillclimb Cup at the moment. And Richard charging to the finish, through the finish in 71.92, only good enough for fourth. So Stephen Darley heading towards the top of the hill. We're getting pink and purple sectors all the way. Stephen 6.7, the time to beat. He's over the finish line in 65.96. Cracking run there from Stephen Darley. Takes him into the class lead. Into Sports Libra now with Alan MacDonald in the Force SR4 with the Hayabusa supercharged engine. Alan MacDonald, ex-two-wheeler motorbike racer, won the Manx Grand Prix some years back. Currently leading, and he's through the finish. 71.48. Charging up behind him, Matthew Price in the Radical SR3. Matthew, second in class in the Hillclimb Cup. With a fair bit in hand, I would say, and it's a 67. dead for Matthew Price into the lead. We now go back to Class A1, and 716 is Robert Penrose in the Renault Clio RS 200. His time to beat in the class is his dad's time, and Robert Penrose to the finish 79 seconds exactly, and he goes ahead of his dad into third place in the class. Tracy Wise on the hill. This is the change of car for Tracy, not the Jedi, to the Toyota Yaris. The Force TA's onboard footage. Tracy Wise 77.95. Meanwhile, Luke Saunders in the Rainick single-seater, charging up towards the top of the hill. 1989 Rain into Quarry, over the finish, 75.05. Meanwhile, Paul Jones is rounding Farmhouse in the Force CA. Quarry and over the finish in 60.97, only 3 seconds away from his personal best. Adam Green, an interview now at Farmhouse, setting some purple and pink sectors. And Adam over the finish in 60.49, just half a second quicker than Paul Jones. Alan Warburton, meanwhile, interview in the Gould GR59. This is the ex-Works car. And Alan, currently second in the class in the British Hillclimb. Going to be about third in the class. 63.15 takes him into third place. We now have Jonathan Evans on the hill in the Pilbeam MP88. This is the 2-litre Millington engine propelling this little Pilbeam to the top of the hill. And Jonathan, nice and steadily through Farmhouse. Very steadily through Quarry and over the finish, 74.26. Coming out of Farmhouse at the moment, Richard Walker. Dale Carr and Richard Walker.
Regular competitor, comes down from Scotland. She is the Ladies Hill record holder in this car. We got Paul Ranson and Martin Groves, and it's been resprayed. It used to be yellow back in the day. Anyway, she's heading up towards the finish now. She's at 11th place at the moment.
So Weaver into Tom sweeps through the finish in a 58.57 to go into the lead of the class.
Wow, that's a cracking time. Well done, young Tom Weaver. He's going to be a threat to maybe get in the run-up, Steve, isn't he?
Yeah, and we now pick up some more children single-seaters with Devon Summers and Wheel.
Is there a car next to you? One car.
Finish 67.
Runners, fantastic car, builder of the car as well, Sean Gould cars. Here he comes now, Sean Gould. He's really back on the pace, troubling everybody, winning run-offs this year as well. He's already going round to the finish now. He does a time of 56.77. Well done, Sean.
And not unsurprisingly, goes into the lead of the class. And we now have another children car on the hill.
Down there, or?
This is that glorious Chevron B19. Now this says Richard George.
Now this is the interesting thing. Reynard, was it? Yeah, Reynard, and it's got a Hayabusa in the back of it. It comes from the Channel Islands. He's been getting in runoffs over there. Already gone through to the finish, but...
Safely and call it a time. Gary Hill in the Space Radar S2000M, sweeping around the final corner.
Now we got Andy Greenan. Andy Greenan, the Greenan brothers, always highly entertaining in this little Hayabusa. Look at that. So it's wet, he's not sure what happened. He's 97 through the speed trap. He's already heading up towards Quarry now. What's he going to do? He's going to go at 59.75.
Third place. Warburton now, Carl Moraine, really, David Warburton. What can he do now? Looks like he's going to go into the lead of the class with the 50 on the hill at the moment with the Hill Beam MP88 with the Millington engine. Kevin tries to steadily through Orchard. He goes into the farmhouse there.
Here's one of my favourites, Simon. Millington engine, so you've got plenty of grunt, lovely fluorescent wheels on that. Quick driver from the Channel Islands. What can he do? So he's coming around into the quarry, into the finish.
66.28 with this overboard Suzuki Hayabusa engine. The rain picking up again, P82, another with a Millington engine in the rear. Going very nicely.
This one's got a 2-litre Rover V6 engine in the back, which sounds absolutely fabulous. Tom New used to race one of these very successfully. Listen to that lovely V6. What can Gavin do as he heads up in towards the final sector? And up towards the finish. He's going to finish in a time of 7.
I'm pretty certain. Two Yamaha V8s that Terry's put together to make this engine. Up through the top half of the hill and the finish is 64.
Cougar. thoroughly enjoying his day, but it's great to see so many competitors from the Channel Islands, and he heads up towards the finish, looking for a pretty good time, a 62.
Sorry, Aaron Colmore. Charging up towards the top part of the hill. As on the live feed we have an onboard of Jonathan Varley as well. Aaron over the finish signal.
Here comes young Alex, and he's driving on his own this weekend, no Calvin Broad. He's been getting into runs and getting close to 108 miles an hour. The spray is heavy, but already he's heading through the finish with an excellent 56.6.
Paul Haynes 1.32.
Now we've got Ed Burgess, Ed from Lavenham in Suffolk. He normally drives Bugattis at Prescott, but years so back. In the back, sinister black bodywork, and well, he's had it rebuilt recently after a shunt earlier in the year, so he wouldn't be looking to break any records in this weather. 73 miles. Maybe she's thinking, not so keen on this, or maybe there's a problem with the car.
Now, for some reason, we've got a time for Lindsay of 60. Oh, there's a red flag out.
Ah!
So we've got a time of 63.38 for Lindsay Summers, but I don't think that's her time.
No, and with the red flag, I'm sure something's happened.
I think it's after the finish.
Ah, so is that way they flagged her back right down there?
Marshals heading down to our side over the hill.
Oh, was that Morgan Jenkins?
Well, Mike and Bob knows that.
Well, Lindsay having a rather wet ride up the hill here.
Well, I think what's possibly happened is she's been red flagged.
Yeah.
More or less immediately, either at post 1 or post 2. Rather than take the shortcut behind the farm building,
yes,
she decided to go up to the top of the hill.
Yes, indeed. Well done to all our marshals, doing an amazing job in horrible weather.
The marshals have cleared up whatever the problem was, and they're making their way back to post.
So you see as they approach farmhouse through the building, here he comes now, having a steady run up the hill. It must be very difficult down there indeed, but most of them are on wet tyres now, and actually the wetter it gets, the better those tyres work, so actually it makes the choice of tyre quite simple at best.
Steve Owen on the hill now with the OMS 28 with the RPE V8 engine, so Stephen Owen into Quarry. It's going to be quite a competitive run. 63.2 Orchard, the OMS 28.
But Harry, he's absolutely trying hard. He's 94 mile an hour up the straight. The big rooster tails coming off the back of the car. Brakes hard. He gets it round. Finishes in the time of. But here comes Jack Cottrell now, coming through the farm buildings. So all the power of that big car V8 in the back of it. Look at him now. He'll be 100 plus, I reckon. through the speed trap. 100 miles an hour exactly, that's brave driving. Big rooster tail, comes into quarry, come on Jack, yeah it doesn't.
Round Orchard Corner, now powering his way through the farm building. Round farmhouse end. Again a huge plume of spray chases him up the hill. He's up into quarry, debut ran. Round Quarry Corner and over the finish, 6th Trevor Willis.
Now young Trevor, the master, scary Trev, brilliant driver and instructor at Chelsea whilst he's won the British Hillclimb Championship 3 times in an OMS. Here he comes now, he'll go his way up there, he gets going, down now, off he goes. What do you reckon, 90 through the speed trap? 94 miles an hour through the speed trap as he heads up that very tricky last quarry, through the straight, through the finish, 61.40.
So it's not particularly dry here. So Wallace already into quarry. Can he go into the lead of the class?
Farmhouse buildings now. He is absolutely on a mission in qualification here. Comes round the power, V8 in the back. Go, Will. Now that 100 miles an hour, I'm sure. 103 miles an hour it is, that's good going. At the moment he's heading up towards the finish. He's going to do a great time.
Sean 56.77. Matt up through the finish in 56.66.
What a brilliant time. So that gives us a bit of a guide, doesn't it, Steve, to our potential run-off cars?
Yes, well, on the hill, though, competition is still going on. We have this delightful Elva Mark 7 of Richard Jones.
Yes, it is.
This is the car with the Ford twin-cam engine with the B.A.R.M cylinder head exploit.
Bentley's coming through.
And Richard heading towards Farmhouse at the moment with his beautiful little sports racer. And heading up towards the top part of the hill. Richard just quarry to negotiate. He's through the finish in 75. So he's a little bit slower than he's been previously. I think that's probably against his practice time. So Richard into Farmhouse then. Richard George 83.96. We pick up Andy Tippett as he comes into Farmhouse in the Brabham early 1970s, using a chassis that Brabham's had used as a test.
So deceptively quick this car. My goodness me, he was 100 miles an hour through there. Oh my word, he's going to smash this, I'm telling you now. Go on, through the finish, 61, takes the run-off win in the tip tops.
Running in the run-off, 2.41 first 64 foot. Sean Ford back end steps out a little bit as he goes through Clark's, down into the S is 10.06. Rounding Chippies into Chippies, should I say. Now out of Chippies, heading up towards Country Corner, and the split there, 21.62.
On a rapidly drying track now as well, so Sean Gould, very experienced driver of course. He knows all about this car, he builds them. It's got all the right bits on it, got that massively powerful Judd V8 in the back. He'll be hoping to hand over to Matthew Ryder shortly, but not before he's put down the scintillating car. Right, blast it now up the straight now. Come on then, Sean. Yeah, he's absolutely flying, isn't he? He's going to be our fastest so far. He was. He's now heading up towards the finish. We're not getting any interception times. So he finishes in a time of 49.07. And from the Team Valley, of course, he's showing with Paul Jones this weekend. But anyway, the sun's come out. Now the track is drying. This is going to affect things quite a lot, actually. It's going to help the later runners, I fancy. So anyway, here comes Gummers as he comes around Farmhouse here now high up in straight in the back. So a little whizzy motorbike engine screaming away there. That was looking good so far, but he's well down on Sean Gould, heading towards the finish. He's going to do a time of 52.03.
But they'd have to get Darren and Sean back to the start line to run in sequence.
Yes.
So we'll just have to wait and see how that is.
Words in motion. We're going to roll these forward then. Oh yeah.
But all the cars at the bottom of the hill will be convoyed to the top of the hill, which is why that red Golf was going down. And he will lead them to the top of the hill, and they can then change tyres if they wish, top up the fuel if they wish, and then the whole top 12 is going to be rerun, which means that both Sean Gould and Darren Gumbley will get reruns. So that seems to be the situation as we stand. Interesting.
Drivers get in, start the engine and follow me up. Right. They're going to check the timer with my car. Right. Depending on what happens, depends on whether you'll be coming.
Right. Well, I've just had confirmation that they're actually the Volkswagen Golf is being lined up at the start line just to test the section times, I believe. Then the other cars at the bottom of the cars at the bottom of the hill will be driven slowly to the top of the hill, and then we'll start the whole run off again with Sean Gould and then Darren Gumbley leading the way. Because they can't put them up at the hill in their order because they're quality second car. Yeah, we're getting some splits.
Well, Gummers is back in. He's putting the detachable steering wheel back on.
Country, now into Willow, charging up towards Orchard.
Yeah, heading up towards the finish now. Alex Summers, 108 miles an hour through the speed trap. Now he's got to get it round Quarry here. He's fractionally down on Sean Gould at this stage. Goes through the finish at 58.26 seconds so far. So good time from Alex there. It's a very tricky track out there at the moment. Who we think we've got next to the speed? Jason Cunningham.
Jason Tunnicliffe now chasing. He's also running wets on the front, slicks on the rear. 558. Coming out of country.
Yeah, he's lost about 3.5 seconds anyway, so I think that... Oh, he's gone off again. Okay, so this is not a good run for Jason.
No, he actually nudged into the recticel. We'll get at least a point.
Ah.
Because we have 2 fails.
Yeah, I'm surprised after his sort of half spin he still carried on trying to go so quick, but there we go. Yeah, that's racing, isn't it? So it's going to make another interesting thing, isn't it? Because there's going to be a delay here, Steve. This could affect things. On tyre choice.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how many of the competitors...
Indeed. Well, this is certainly an interesting run-off, isn't it, Steve? We're getting it all happening going on here.
I mean, it's a long time since I saw a run-off where we've had 2 failed runs in a run-off.
Yeah.
Usually you might get 1.
Right.
You know, you might. That's not uncommon, but it's very uncommon to have 2 people spin off. Anyway, he's got the car started again, driving to the top of the hill. So hopefully no damage, and we'll see Jason taking his last run this afternoon. In fact, from what I can see from this distance, it doesn't look to have any bodywork damage at all.
Yeah, possibly. I guess
a little bit down.
He'll have a look at it when he gets up, but at least the car's running. There's no obvious damage. And he was trying hard, obviously. He's a quick driver, comes from Wells in Somerset, got a garage business, so he knows how to fix cars. So he's a good man for the job.
He's got a job at lunchtime then.
He's got a job for lunchtime, that's it, to get the gravel off it back there.
There's no gravel.
Oh, there's no gravel there, just recticel, was it?
Gone straight across the grass.
Yeah.
Damp grass.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Yeah, young Tom Weaver from Ludlow in this little 1 litre car. Towards Willow, so it's neck and neck really, there's nothing much in it. Jack is a very talented young driver, the car's quick, 22 miles an hour through the speed trap green sectors. Oh my goodness me, he's on a mission, 55.72, that takes it nearly 2 seconds quicker.
Absolutely melting up there for Jack Cottrell. All came together as soon as he got out of Country Corner. He was on a par with Sean at that time, and then he overhauled him all the way to the top of the hill. So a great run there from Jack on the start line, Paul Hayes. Qualified on 58.5.
Successful run, but he's about 0.7 down at the moment on Jack Cottrell, who's leading the way. This turbo... Well, that's a great brilliant driver, young David. He's here now. This will go. Six miles an hour, heads into B.A.R.C. No, he's not going to do it, folks. Brilliant. He won a run-off at Doom last week. He won the second one as well. So Will's on a mission this season. He's got the car absolutely. This young man can drive. He loves Harewood. He's a real record holder here. He just seems to know what to do. Get round B.A.R.C. Looking good so far. My goodness me. Up at the moment. Heading towards the finish. Does a time of 50.83. Yeah, of course it's a big ask for Alex. I think it's been wet. It's been right now on the pace of the car. It's not great point here. So Alex Cole, really big track there. 111 miles an hour, heads towards the finish. Where's he going to finish it? But he finishes second.